Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to look at graphing linear inequalities. Oh, and I put equalities. That's not it. This is inequalities. And remember, our inequality symbols are less than or equal to, greater than, and greater than or equal to. Remember, we still solve them the same. We are just going to be graphing them today. Okay, so there are 4 steps to this process. Let's write the steps and then practice the steps. So the first thing we're going to do is solve for y. So you want that to look like this. You want it to be that y equals mx plus b format because you're going to graph it just the same as you would a line for the most part. Then you're going to graph using slope and y-intercept, so the m and the b, which you need to get, that's why you need to get that equation where you have y isolated. Now this is the part that's a little bit different because remember with inequality symbols, those aren't equal signs. So it's not just like one shot straight line. You can have a solid line. And remember solid line, well, we'll talk about when to use these, or a dashed line. Or dotted. I'll use dashed and dotted interchangeably. And then we're going to be doing some shading. And we're either going to shade above or below. So I'll show you what this means here in just a second. Okay, so as I said at the very beginning, we have different types of inequality symbols. So a solid line means we're going to be using the symbols, I know it looks kind of like cat eyes or something, but we're going to be using the symbols that have the equal sign. Those are going to be the ones that give you the solid because those lines are included in our solutions. While the dashed line is going to be just greater than or less than. So this will have no equal sign. Okay. Now, this is a little bit tricky. So if you have y greater than or y greater than or equal to, you're going to be shading above the line. So for example, if you have your dotted line like this, you will be shading above because you want all the y values that are greater or above that line. So on the other hand, if we're shading below, so y is going to be less than or y is less than or equal to, if you have that dotted line, you would be shading below on that graph. All right, so here's an example. This is what I'm going to have you guys do. I want you to sketch a coordinate plane, and we're going to go through the process with this. You're going to just have a sketch of a graph just for now because you don't have access to the coordinate plane. If you have graph paper, then by all means, use that. What I'm going to do first is solve for y. Right now, you guys should be pretty efficient at this. Now, I'm dividing by a -3. Remember, anytime you divide by a negative, you've got to flip that sign. So now y is no longer less than, y is greater than. And of course, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. And then that's -4. So I have an m, which is 2/3, and I have the b, which is -4. So I'm going to start at -4 on the y-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which is here. And then I'm going to use my slope, which is a rise of 2 and a run of 3. Rise of 2, run of 3, rise of 2, run of 3, and I'm going to go in both directions. 1, 2, 3. So there's our line all the way across. Now the next thing we need to do is decide, is this going to be a solid or dashed line? Because there is no equal sign, it makes it dashed. So I'm just going to put some dashes in between those points, and I'm going to go ahead and draw arrows at the end because the line does continue. And now it says y is greater than. So then everything above the line is going to get shaded because y is greater. Remember, all the y values are greater here, so you want to include those. So then we will shade above. So if you draw your coordinate plane, you can sketch a graph pretty similar to this. If you want, you can label that point there so you know that this is 0, -4. and you have shaded above that point. So the next thing we're going to do is actually graph this line. Now, of course, you can graph it in any format on Desmos. So I'm going to graph here. So 2x minus 3y is less than 12. So you can see it does all of this for you, which is really neat. But what I want you to do is you can use Desmos to check some points. So, you know, just a lot of times you'll be asked if a point fits on a graph. So let's say I give you -2, 3. So I'm actually going to graph -2, 3 on Desmos here. And let's see what happens. So let me hit enter to go to the next line. So -2, 3, and then I'll hit enter. So that point is in the shaded region. So this one would be a yes. So now let's check 6, 0. So let's graph it on Desmos. Sorry, I'm making this video at home and we may get some 3-year-old conversation in the background. If you notice, this line is on the dashed line. Remember, dashed lines are not including solutions because there is not an equal sign. So in this case, this one would be a no. So, you know, you can continue to check points and see that obviously if there's a point over here somewhere, that one would be a no, and so on and so forth.